Hello, I'm Amos Miller. I'm head of brass at the Royal Birmingham Conservatoire. We thought it would be a lovely thing to do to commission a brand new work to celebrate the cohort of our amazing students who are graduating in these unprecedented circumstances. Whilst we may not be together physically, we are still very much together musically, and the students have approached this project with their usual fantastic combination of enthusiasm, virtuosity and open-heartedness, and I couldn't be prouder of them. So without further ado, let me introduce the world premiere online of Ryan Linham's The Legend of the Lockdown Leavers. I think it's a terrific piece and I hope you really enjoy it.
Can I start by welcoming everyone who has joined us for this virtual graduation? And in particular, of course, I want to welcome our graduating students, but also your friends, families, and supporters, and everyone who's been able to join us online. Welcome to my colleagues from Birmingham City University, and in particular to the academic staff who've supported you during your studies. Graduation is always such a special occasion, And it's something that many of you will have been dreaming about. And I'm sure there have been points, particularly in this last year, when it felt a very long way away. What you've achieved is special and it's important. And that's why normally we mark graduation with a great deal of pomp and ceremony, why you come across the stage wearing the formal gowns and the caps, which for centuries have recognised that important new status as graduates. And we'll make sure that you still have that moment. Once we're able to hold gatherings again, every single student graduating will be invited to an in-person ceremony to mark your achievement in the traditional way. But in the meantime, we didn't want to let the completion of your studies, the moment of your achievement, pass by without celebration and without fanfare. And so I'm really glad that you've been able to join us from wherever in the world you may be. Because one of the things that we've learned over the past challenging year is that these virtual events give us a unique opportunity to bring people together wherever they're physically located. And so whether you're watching this in your home in Birmingham or as far away as China or India or Nigeria or any one of the more than 100 different countries from which our student body is drawn, welcome. Welcome to this, your virtual degree celebration. Now, achieving any degree always calls for a lot of hard work and calls for resilience and determination. And if you look back at the journey that you've been on, if you ask yourself what you know now, what you are able to do now compared with what you were able to do at the start of your course, I'm sure you'll be astonished at how far you've come and how much you've learned. And what I want to recognise in this virtual ceremony is how much harder this has been in this last year. Reserves of determination and resilience and the ability to maintain your focus at a time that's inevitably been deeply testing for us all. Graduation is always special, but you will know what a special achievement your graduation this year has been. You're now BCU graduates, and we are immensely proud of you. We all look forward to the day when we can celebrate in person. The world around us is, of course, changing, and it's changing faster than any of us will ever have seen before. That was true before the pandemic, and the pandemic has only accelerated the magnitude of that change. And while the world is uncertain right now, graduates like you are going to continue to be in demand from employers. Because graduates are a natural choice now for employers. They want the skills that you've developed, they want the knowledge you've acquired, they want your ideas and your enthusiasm, and above all, they want your ability to deal with a changing world, responding to its challenges and seeking out the new opportunities. And even before the pandemic, I would have told you that the nature of work was changing and that most of you would have more than one career, and that you would need to continue to learn and develop new skills and new understandings in order to move forward in your lives. And this is even truer now. Across the world, almost every country and every society will have been deeply disrupted by the pandemic. Its impact will be felt immediately and for years to come. But we believe that this is only going to make graduates more essential in every country, in every society. Because of your education, you've already started to develop the skills that will enable you to adapt and to respond. You'll be able to give back to society and to make a difference. When I wrote to you to invite you to this celebration, I said education has a special power to transform lives. And education's already had an impact on your lives, and it's now going to go on to make that difference to the lives of others. We see examples of this almost every week. And over the past 12 months, I have been so proud of our students and our staff across the university, working selflessly for the benefit of others, supporting the IT networks in our healthcare system, organising volunteer networks, using our facilities to make PPE to protect staff on the front line. And of course, I do want to pay particular tribute to our many, many students on nursing and other programs for the health professions who went out into practice early in order to ensure that our health service could meet the demands that were being placed upon it. It's not something that we ever imagined we would need to ask of you, and you stepped up brilliantly. This is going to be a challenging time for societies around the world, and your skills and your knowledge are going to be at the heart of helping societies to recover and at the heart of building a better world for the future. And whatever you go on to do, we hope you will stay in touch with us so that we can continue to take pride in your achievements. The great strength of BCU, as you will know, is that it's a community. You, our students, told us that being part of BCU meant something. It meant pride, confidence, belonging. That's what sits behind the I Am BCU strapline. And you're now part of our alumni body. You're part of BCU for life. So as you take your next steps, please remember that you're not alone. You have the staff who've supported you, some of whom you will hear from shortly. You have your family, and of course, you have the friends that you've made whilst at BCU. We have great pride in you and great confidence in what you will go on to achieve. And we would like to celebrate today your special achievement. So I hope you enjoy this celebration. It is for all of you. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to your very special virtual graduation celebration. As Chancellor of Birmingham City University, things you never thought you'd hear yourself say, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this celebration. It might look a little bit different to what you were imagining when you first stepped through the university doors all those years ago. Back then, Netflix and chill meant a hot date. Now it's official government health advice. But let's make one thing clear from the start. It does not change the magnitude of your achievement. In fact, given everything you've had to contend with over the past year, it's completely astounding. We are all in awe of you. We are. I would give you a standing ovation, but like everybody working from home, I haven't worn trousers since last Easter. But whether you're in your bedroom, your grandmother's kitchen, or sitting in the garden with your family dog, I want you to give yourself a great big cheer and raise the roof. You've done it. You completed your degree. So don't be shy. Let your neighbors know about it. It's payback time for all those Amazon parcels they nicked off your front doorstep. In fact, never mind raise the roof. Let's shout it from the rooftops. You are a graduate after all. Ready? On three, BCU posse in full effect. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Woohoo! Each and every one of you celebrating today has shown dedication and personal commitment to be here. You stand at the beginning of the next chapter of your lives. You're on the bottom rung of a ladder, which will take you to exciting new careers and opportunities. You could even be Prime Minister one day. Prime Minister! Apparently, the only qualifications are floppy hair and not knowing how many kids you've got. You're ready to make a positive difference to the world around you. You, my friends, are the class of 2021. The most chaotic, turbulent, shocking year since way back in 2020. No one will ever forget you. Just by being here, you've shown that you've got resilience, determination, a commitment to hard work, and most importantly, the ability to stealthily go on Tinder during a Zoom lecture in it. And those things are going to stand you in such good stead as you embark on the next stage of your lives. Look at you all. You didn't think you'd get here. You didn't think you'd stay the distance. It seemed too hard, too overwhelming, too exhausting. And I was just doing those Joe Wicks YouTube workouts. But you did it, and you're here, celebrating as all of your hard work has paid off. Well done, you. It's an honor for me to be here with you, joining the celebrations as you mark the beginning of your professional lives. I'm looking forward to the time when I can see your happy, smiling faces in front of me in a physical celebration, wearing those funny hats and me in the big fancy black robes looking like a Harry Potter film directed by Spike Lee. But until we can do that, we're going to have a great time today, aren't we? Behind the screen, just like we've all gotten so used to over the past few months. And I know that you might not have the official cap to wear just yet, but if you have a little look in your box of goodies that we sent out to you, there's something that will do the job for today. So go on, get that out. It's a cardboard cap. You got it? Put it on. Don't be shy. There's nothing humiliating about wearing a cap, unless it's a red one that says Trump 2024. Now you've got to get a photo taken. That's right, because this is a very special day, regardless of where we physically are. You should all be so very proud of yourselves. You are graduates of Birmingham City University. Now, normally, at this point in the ceremony, I would say something about whether you would imagine this moment when you started here. But as we've already established, unless you have psychic powers or something, the answer is probably a resounding no. The world around us is changing all the time. And during your final year, you've seen bigger changes than any of us could ever have imagined. We've seen the end of President Trump and the beginning of President Biden. That's right. America is replacing an old white guy accused of harassing women with, well, it's a start. And not a moment too soon after his supporters stormed the Capitol building this week. I haven't seen that many angry white people since COVID scientists said you shouldn't kiss your pets on the mouth. Trump's legacy is so toxic, Disney are going to digitally replace him in Home Alone 2 with Kevin Spacey. Even the nude stuff is changing. Like the new COVID strains, that thing has more updates than Windows 10. And most importantly, you've changed too. Hopefully you've learned a lot and acquired some knowledge, some skills, and maybe even an idea of what you want to do with them. But you'll also have learned things about yourself. You might have changed your politics, beliefs, even your ambitions. Mine have gone from be a Marvel superhero to get a haircut, although in both cases you do get to wear a cape. University provides you with a place to meet people from all sorts of different backgrounds, a place where your existing beliefs and values can be challenged. It's a place where you find out the type of person you're going to be. And of course, it's a place where you'll build a strong and lasting friendship with some of those people from different backgrounds. Some of them will be your friends, some might be more than friends. Although if you figured out how to snog each other whilst maintaining a 2-meter distance, best keep it to yourselves. Just think, in 20 years, you could be sitting with your friends, talking about that strange day back in February 2021, when you all sat in front of a computer screen with a little paper hat on to celebrate the biggest achievement of your life to date. No one will ever take these things from you. Not the achievement and pride in what you've done, nor the sense of belonging you feel when you meet another BCU graduate. Because your BCU journey is not ending here. You're going to be part of a community of people who are all proud of your achievements, who all support one another and cheer each other on. The BCU community is very special indeed. I, Lenny Henry, am proud to be a part of the community and have spent a very happy and fulfilling 5 years as Chancellor here. Things were very different back then. Boris was still a figure of fun, rather than a beleaguered PM. Since he got the job, he spent so little time in bed, his hair started to look normal. And then last year, they gave me another title, Visiting Professor. This is a title which I'm equally proud to hold, because it is linked to the work of the Sir Lenny Henry Centre for Media Diversity. We launched the centre right at the beginning of lockdown, but I'm really pleased to say that its work has continued. We are conducting research with the ultimate aim of making sure all of society is represented across the media. This will ultimately help to support a fairer, more inclusive landscape where young people from all backgrounds have no limits placed on their dreams and ambitions. And we're starting to see that diversity at last. Is anybody watching Bridgerton on Netflix? A Regency story about a rich white girl falling in love with a cool black guy. It's basically Downton Abbey meets the Kardashians. Now, I became Chancellor of BCU because I believe passionately in education and the power of education to transform lives. Just before the pandemic, I officially opened a centre in King's Standing that BCU is running with a charity called Inter University. The centre is based in an area where few young people go into higher education and offers academic support and mentoring to promote the aspirations of the young people who live there. And the day we opened the centre showed exactly why we need something like it. There were kids there as young as 10 or 11 who were dreaming big and had been encouraged to follow those dreams. I even met the most talented 13-year-old juggler you'll ever see, who's determined to make it big in entertainment. I don't doubt that he will. After all, I've still got his business card. Schemes like this are vital because they help young people to overcome barriers which are put in their way, help them to achieve their potential, and start to level the playing field for youngsters from disadvantaged backgrounds. They address the vicious circle which these young people find themselves in, showing them that higher education could be for them and developing skills to help them get there. Birmingham is a place full of opportunity, but we need to keep working to ensure that young people from all backgrounds have access to these opportunities, regardless of which postcode they were born in or which school they went to. Jamaican tea with a bit of rum in it. Now, being part of BCU means grabbing every opportunity that comes your way, but make sure you ask first. You're not the last US president or the next US president. You'll have had endless opportunities whilst you've been with us. Expert guidance and teaching from your tutors and lecturers, the input of industry experts, the addition of career-related skills into every course, and the chance to get to grips with how to apply your learning in the real world. Plus, you haven't had to waste time getting dressed for lectures. Now, take all of the skills you've developed and use them to help you flourish. Get out there and make the world a better place. Let's face it, right now the bar is so low, it might as well be a Wetherspoons for liquor people. Don't forget the wealth of resources we have here to help you as you step out into the labour market, whether that's careers advice as you start your job hunt, or support for those with a more entrepreneurial mindset. You have access to these resources as a member of the BCU community, so use them wisely. This community is made up of people from all walks of life, each with their own story to tell. This is the latest chapter in your story, and you will now go on to write the next one as you embrace the opportunities which come your way. And no matter what obstacles you encounter on the road ahead, no matter how difficult and scary it might seem, just remember, it cannot be as bad as being stuck in the house with your family. Congratulations, enjoy your day, and look forward to seeing you in real life very, very soon. My name is Sir Lenny Henry. I'm so sorry for the banging about upstairs. I love you. Be cool. Be happy. Put your cardboard hat on. I'm going to put this on. And give one more cheer. Hooray!
As Pro-Vice Chancellor and Executive Dean, I'd like to welcome all the graduating students from the Faculty of Computing, Engineering and the Built Environment at Birmingham City University who are with us here today. The fact that you are here graduating today is no mean feat. You have done something extraordinary. You have completed your studies and been awarded your certificate in the middle of a global pandemic and a devastating situation. Despite all of that, through your grit and your determination, you have still made something special happen, and you should be really proud of yourself and your achievements. While we are relying on medical and scientific developments that will tackle the pandemic, the fact remains that the subjects that you have studied and become qualified in, such as computing, engineering, and the built environment, these subjects will play a vital role in creating a better world in the future. The change in working practices, the emergence of new business models, and other developments will have our subjects at their core. Digital and artificial intelligence, engineering, and robotics, alongside a new perspective on the built environment and how spaces are used, are going to be increasingly important. Your skills and expertise will be the key to the future. The world has changed. You will determine how we rebuild and forge a new and better world. And don't let your memories of your time with us be defined by the challenges of the last year. Remember all the great things that you took part in before and during the current situation. Recall your involvement in activities such as Innovation Fest, Birmingham Tech Week, and the STEAM Hacks, the competitions that you took part in, the hackathons, the game jams, the online debates, the site visits. being a student rep or an international buddy, taking part in Graduate Plus to expand your CV. You've got involved in our strong links to industry and professional bodies, industry-mentored projects, working on real problems, working on group projects, and getting involved in events with employers. So you've not just succeeded, but you've done it against the odds. You should go out and face the world with confidence. Use your education to elevate the quality of your thinking and your ideas, and make sure you apply your knowledge and keep developing your expertise. Education is very powerful. It connected you to this new identity that you have developed. Education is powerful. It connected you to this new identity that you have developed and the person that you have become. And if you use your education well, it will continue to be the source of vital, life-transforming connections. I have every faith that you will use your education and talents to improve your own life, the lives of your families, and to improve your communities. Please keep in touch with us as you progress through life. The world needs you, and I know you will continue to make us proud. Congratulations on your fantastic achievement. Well done.
Many thanks to Philip and to Lenny and to Hanifa for their thoughts and reflections. My name is Professor Andy Afterlack, and I'm Head of School of Computing and Digital Technology, and I oversee all the courses and the staff that you've worked with this year. I'd like to add my own congratulations and that of all our staff on your great achievement of graduating with a degree from Birmingham City University. Speaking on behalf of all our lecturers, our support staff, our administrative staff, our visiting tutors and guest speakers, nothing makes us feel as happy as seeing you graduate. It really is the culmination of all our efforts, and frankly, it's why we all work at a university. Now, we all miss the opportunity as much as you to dress up in academic finery and celebrate in person. It really is one of the best days of the year for myself and for all of us, and we look forward to being able to celebrate again in this way in the future. A lot has been said about the effects of the pandemic. What it has meant is that both yourselves and our staff have had to make tremendous efforts to complete the year in very unfamiliar surroundings. Having to work together online on Teams has taken an awful lot of getting used to, but it does make your success all the greater. Remember, there was a time before the pandemic and we did manage to keep the majority of your time with us face to face before we locked down. It's really been great for us all to get to know you in person. And I hope that the projects and dissertations, although they might have been a little bit strange, have been a proper culmination to your studies and something that you've been able to really get your teeth into and enjoy. The other thing that makes me happy is seeing all our graduates start their career. We still live in times that seem really uncertain, and we don't know what the future holds. But the skills that you have learnt in your degree are the skills that will be needed to rebuild our future, wherever you will be in the world. Computing, data, analytics, machine learning, security, communications, systems are all the subjects that will continue to grow in demand in the world. Not only in the technology industry, but also in sectors of the world economy where such advanced computer science hasn't been used before, like healthcare or business or construction or the arts. So I'm convinced that as we come out of these difficult days, your future will be bright. This is a huge achievement for you, but I would like to acknowledge all the supporters that have helped you on this journey. That's our academic staff and our support staff, our administrators and the University Central Services, both those directly involved in your academic success and those that keep the university and its surroundings running. I'd like to give a special mention to our employability team who are working very hard to make sure that everybody can start on a career. And of course, a huge thank you to all your friends and family who've watched and encouraged you, and I'm sure without whom you wouldn't have been so successful. And finally, as we see you graduate and start on your career of a journey of lifelong learning, I'd like to remind you that you stay a part of BCU as an alumnus of the university. Please stay in touch and know you're always welcome back at BCU, perhaps to pass on your learning and experiences to new students and to us at the university. Thank you so much.
I'd like to say to every student that's graduating a huge well done. I think the skills that you've built up and the exceptional circumstances that you've had to deal with have created a different level of capability in you, and you can now take that and take it off into your career and go and do something really, really valuable with it. It's created a level of challenge that you can bring into businesses, but my encouragement to you is to use that challenge now to think about what sort of role you really want. You are going to be competing in a hugely changed environment, a much more competitive employment environment. But if you are very, very, let's call it choiceful about the way that you pick the jobs that you want to go for, I think you can really go into them with confidence and make a difference. You are more employable through the skills you've built this year than previous graduates have been, because of the circumstances that you've been through. And you need to use that and use the power of that to compete strongly in the employment market. So very good luck in that, and huge congratulations on your achievements.
Dear professors, doctors, staff, families and friends, on behalf of the graduating class of 2020, I would like to say thank you for being there for us, for helping us, for supporting us during our journey. They say education is the key for success. I add that a transformative education is a candle that will light our path when darkness shows its ugly face. It is the key that will open the doors of despair. And this is the education BCU provided. As a postgraduate student, I had lots of challenges and I came through all of them. I achieved high level of education. I gained lots of knowledge, and my advice for the students who still studying and working hard to achieve their dreams is never give up, and BCU will always be there for you.
The students we've met have impressed us. Their drive, their determination to learn, and the questions that come up are all very interesting, and we're very impressed with what they've produced. Our graduates today, the industry expects you to not only be good at what you do, but be enthusiastic behind it. You don't necessarily need to know everything on the day you start your job, but you've got to be prepared to learn.
I would like to thank my parents for their support during these past 3 years, mentors for their help in hand, and teachers for all the effort they put in delivering the course.
I would like to congratulate you on this special day. It was a real pleasure to witness your remarkable progress from day one at PCU until today. What a great journey. Well done all. I was extremely lucky to be part of your learning experience, and I'm so delighted to see your achievements. I really enjoy my time working with you all. You have reached a very important milestone in your life. But let me tell you one thing. This is just a start for a great career ahead. So never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. Please keep pushing and gain more skills and knowledge. You are a real talent. You should be proud of yourself. Wish you all the best.
Before you all go, I feel on behalf of the students, I need to say this. Thank you for being such an inspiring force for all of us, and thank you for all the guidance that we received from you. You may not know it, but you have silently inspired many first and second years throughout your time, so I must say thank you to all of you.
Congratulations, dear graduates. I wish you the very best as you move forward in your lives. You have shown the world by overcoming all challenges that when going gets tough, tough gets going. My advice to you is to believe in yourself always. You ought to know that you're limitless and that you create your own reality. Pursue your dreams with passion, persistence, and laser-like focus, and you're sure to accomplish all your dreams. In order to experience the best quality of life, define your mission and work a plan to get there. Demonstrate integrity, show who you are to the world, and be consistent.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone. Well done.
Absolutely. Congratulations, everyone. Well done.
Antonio Neymar, Animesh Daharia, Carnage Fatima, Farhana Jahan, Philip Paskalev, Absar Abdul Rahman, Mohammed Nu Al-Barini, Anthony Buanali.
My name is Anthony. Today I'm graduating with master's degree in Big Data Analytics. I would like to thank all the lecturers for your support during this period. Thank you.
Hamid Hami, Moyosor Jones, Andros Kipradimos, Nikitha Sri Milavaram Subramaniam.
I'm so grateful for getting my master's degree today, and I would like to thank my parents, friends who have been very supportive throughout this journey.
Joshua Ndombasi Noka, Aomide Rachel Oluwabiyi, Karim Esiosa Osand, Mohammed Owais Khani, Orkan Tagazad, Mohammed Wakas, Pierre Nelson Udom Sabang, Mohammed Shaji Uel Hassan, Cedric Chumato, Mohammed Sajid Ahmed, Abdullah Rashid Bey, Ellen Apiafi Benigo, Osmita Desai, Nashriza Sari Harahap, Rangana Lakmal Obaiskir, Rolvi Simona Alondo, Ajuomi Owusubempa, Ensi Smajli, Sharon Kyoma Usman, Mirofara Alexandra, Maeve Breslin, Syed Nizamuddin, Vidyaprabhat Bidasi, Arjun Bila, Dominic Mosiniak, Ismail Nigraj, Evans Emmanuel Obuobi, Nuno Pedro, Cameron Benjamin Edmondson, Abdul Jamil Jalili, Karam Kaur, Eddie Gregov, Emir Kankanamilij Hezhantharindu Dayanath, Inford Brishane Kenoshva Fernando, Puvanesraja Hanajithan, Philip Patrick Moscaranius, Abdul Nasim Ashik Mohammed, Mohammed Ilham Mohammed Faiza, Sahabdeen Mohammed Ristak, Mihindukula Surya Katua Pitiyaj de Lanka Nimal Ayu, Jaiwira Patabandij Jaisinga Janaka Sanjway, Apuwa Bajuj Janath Sasuntha, Thusithra Selvaraja, Benha Semir Andameskul, Toby James Dunn, James Garside, Laxman Sapkota, Zara Sheikh, James Turner, Josh Ryan Goodman, Christopher James Gray, Ali Haider, Sohail Hussain, Duty Corps, Usman Mahmood Khan, Ibrahim Mohammed.
I'd like to say a big thank you to my mum, my dad, and all my family for their love, support, and guidance during my time at university, and for always being there for me.
Indev Nadran, Alusanu Prince, Hamza Kayam, Gogandeep Sura, Matthew Allen Crosby, Emma Bradley, Rodney Dame, Jitender Singh Digpal, Isma Afzal, Dylan Maheshbhai Mistry, Asad Abbas Mushtaq, Osman Rana, Hasib Zaman, Shintai Chun, Owen Whitehead, Rosemary Ambrosogulaja, Samartha Ajay Bott, Shamaya Buckley, Nicholas Gabriel Contaloru, Adil Duda, Georgina Dunshee, Alana Saunders, Amy Tregellis, Matthew Vivian, Joshua West, Abhishek Chaudhary, D'Souza Nitin Jerome Dennis, Saksham Mishra, Daniel Thomas Meir, James Pitts, Caleb Ramsey, Connor Bradley, Henry Sean Hathaway, Cameron James Huntley.
Well, my journey is finally complete, and I'd like to thank my mum, David Gibson, and the BCU team, and I'd like to say these years have absolutely flown by.
For Barney Dwayne Kumalo, Joseph McCoy, Wojciech Jakub Prabilski,